Hello, you guys. How's everybody doing? I decided to come on a little early because I don't like to come on. I really don't like to come on when other people that's kind of like in our network is on. You know, I know Hitta probably gonna be getting off work and coming on, so I'll come on so him or Cypress or whatever can come on later. Since we all kind of like got the same subs, so that everybody can won't be pulled in our subs won't be pulled in so many different ways. So I'm gonna come on early. How's everybody doing? Hey, Miss Muffin. Today was a good day, as always. Today was a marvelous day. I got so much good news today. I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's nothing like having like a praying mother. Hey, Bridge HPT2. There's nothing like having like a praying mom. I promise y'all, like I was worried about something. I had been worried about something. And so today was the day to know. And so me and my mother had been praying about it because I was on like pins and needles. And so my mother called me early this morning before I got out and went to work. And then she was like, I was up at 5. She get up at 5 a lot of mornings anyways and go to the end of her bed and pray. But my mother, her legs and stuff have been giving her issues. So she hasn't been able to do it like she had been. But she sure called me this morning. She said, I got up and I made my way to the end of that bed. And she said, God says that God gave me confirmation that everything is okay. And so sure enough, my mama called me at like 6:30 this morning, and I just felt like a load. She was like, I was praying, and she said, God gave me confirmation, everything is okay. And it was like a load just lifted off my shoulder. Like I felt free, almost as if I knew that it was gonna be okay. It was like I knew it. The worries that I had, like when my mama gave me confirmation, because I told y'all my mom has like a relationship with God that I know I have a relationship, but it's just like she got a relationship with God that is just almost like impeccable or something. When she says something after she comes out of prayer, I've never known it not to happen. And so sure enough, a few hours later, it was confirmed. So just good news back to back to back to back to back. So I just had to share that testimony. And I feel so free. I do. I just feel so free. Um, anyways, y'all. Hey Magnard, Dub JJ Clarinetta. Like I said, you guys, I know a lot of people probably just getting home um from hey the godmother. Hey Prime Analyzer. What's up, godmother? Hey Clarinetta. Hey Miss Paula. How are you guys doing today? Hold on, yeah, I'm waiting for more people to come in. Lord, Vanessa, Lord have mercy. What, you on your way over there to the pound for pound? Is it at the pound for pound? Hey, Kenny. Is bike night at pound for pound, or is it downtown? I promise y'all, every time I slide that patio, a fly gonna come in. And I have the heart. I don't think this hot shot works. I'm on vacation in Cape Canaveral at the Kennedy Space Center. It's amazing. Oh wow. Well, I can't wait until I'll be on vacation in August because I'm gonna be in New Orleans. Okay. And I can't wait to go to New Orleans. And then I'm going after that, a few months after that, probably like next March, I'm going to what's up, the site dog? I'm going to Key West. Hold on, you all. Okay, you guys, I want to talk about Angela Simmons, right? Y'all know that Angela Simmons did a she did an interview, and I got quite a bit to say about that as it relates to her and Gotti's relationship. She pretty much confirmed that they were broken up, and just looking at her, I do believe it because it looked like her eyes. She was crying then and shit. She was welling up as she talked about it. So she didn't give a real straight answer, but it almost seemed like he might have broken up with her, or something is going on, because she was like, it was just best. But we're gonna talk about it. Shout out to Gotti from why you feel like a Gotti, that's what Gotti did to he thought that he was getting ready to benefit off of Angela, but she actually benefited off of him more. That's kind of how it happens. He thought that he was going to that their relationship was going to be the next. He was kind of using her, the people that she knew and all of that. Opportunistic, as a whole lot of Memphis guys are. Okay. Not you, Cypress. Not you, Kenny. I ain't talking about y'all, but I'm just saying. I know how Memphis. I know how a lot of Memphis guys are. Okay, I've been around them my whole life, but the thing about it is they like that everywhere, child. At least what Memphis do. Don't get me started. She found out he was a cheater. He be effing his artist. Probably that. I ain't not you, joke free. I ain't talking about you. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about you, joke free. All the Memphis guys that's in the chat, say something so I can say I ain't talking about you. Cause folks be getting mad. They be in the bushes getting mad. Look, she talk about me. She talk so I can say your name. Ooh, I don't want no smoke. Anyways, you guys, of course she did an interview with Angela Yee. And Angela seems to be pretty hurt. She said it was for the best, and I think it's for the best too. Okay, Angela getting away from Gotti just in time. Angela is not crazy. I'm sure Gotti has made her. He's helped her to invest in quite a bit. He went in it for the wrong. I'm gonna tell you something. When you get into something for the wrong reason, you're gonna leave with your damn stomach in your hand. Okay, your guts in your hand. And so I think Gotti got into this because of who her father is, and where he might have. Angela is pretty. Her father and her uncle. Angela is a pretty girl, so I think he wanted to sniff up. He wanted to see what she was about. Okay, he wanted to see what she was about, and once he had the opportunity to do that, okay, um, he had enough of it because I guess it's really expensive, because once you start out spending all that kind of money, he had just got that loan from Interscope, okay? So he started out spending a lot of money on Angela and wanting to put it all on the internet because he wanted to be the next Jay-Z and Beyonce, okay? And I told y'all I always liked Angela, but he was messing her image up. I think he was messing her image up, and then paying for all of that. I'm sure he got to cut back on some things, right? So the same thing you do to get a person, you have to do to keep them. And so I think he just felt like she was more expendable. Might be easier to he needs to keep Glorilla. Angela, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Angela ain't waiting until no marriage. She already done had a baby. So I don't believe that. They was all I didn't hear her say that they had not had sex. If she had said it, I wouldn't believe it. But let's talk about this. I want to pull this up. Vanessa said he got a baby. Vanessa, is that what's it? That's in the streets of Memphis. He got a baby with a side chick. Hold on, let's pull it up. I think Angela had got it out just. I'm gonna tell you why Angela got out just in time. Angela know what's coming down the pipeline. Okay. So you think that she's only saying that now because she knows the fire that's getting ready to come down? Because she called herself to put out an album too. Oh, Vanessa said he got a baby in Memphis and he's still dealing with her. Well, now I do know this now, and this ain't no lie. I don't know if the girls still work over there at Privé, but he liked them young girls. He liked them in their early 20s. I think I might have put this in my members probably about a year ago. Yeah, he was going with a little young girl at Privé. And he was flying her out to he like them young. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. The girl probably don't even work there anymore, so I'll go ahead and say that. I don't even remember the name of the young girl. The person told me, I just don't remember her name. Okay, so let's listen to it.
And that's what actually opened the door to me realizing.
Is that the girl? Is that the girl that they're saying that's got the baby? Because her mother didn't. Okay. Yeah, I know. I put that in the members probably like a year ago. He was flying out to LA and stuff because the girl's mom didn't think that he and Angela's relationship, it could not have been real. See, I'm telling members stuff. So Vanessa, is that the girl that they're saying that had the baby? Because the girl's like 23. Okay, I don't know. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get into this.
Because when you sit in therapy and you sit with the therapist one-on-one, you're like, I got some stuff I got going on, like whether that be from your childhood or whatever, and you're not dealing with it. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I like therapy.
Oh my God! So the young girl done had a baby. The young girl that had the baby had a baby. Oh, and this ain't no he say, she say shit. This right here is very factual. Um, he bought the girl a Toyota Camry. Was it a Toyota Camry? Yeah, he bought the girl a brand new Toyota Camry or something. Okay, you got okay, Cypress. I'm getting ready to oh, I shouldn't have said that because if she still worked there, folks would be got that little boy Toyota Camry. I don't think she even worked there no more. Shit, Vanessa just said she had a baby, so I know she ain't working there. Hold on, Cypress. I'm getting ready to send it to you. I be hating because folks are twisted. People don't know how now just take information and take the tea and ooh and ah. They stalkerish. That's why you have to file charges on them. They stalkers. We don't go and we don't look for every Toyota. Ugh. I just don't get it. Cypress, I sent it.
I want to get in there and tell you about everything and like so I can figure out how to become better. I always want to be better than I was yesterday, a year ago. Like, what else can I do?
Yeah. What's something that you learned from therapy, like about yourself, or that you needed to get out of it?
So many things. Let me see. One of the
I'm
problems.
trying to think. As you said that, I was trying to think because therapy has helped me in my life too. I've definitely been in situations where I'm like, it's really like confusion, or you get too much. You can't sort through something.
Yep.
So sometimes having therapists and you tell them all the things, and then they say,
a lot.
They say, "What I hear you saying."
Oh yeah, because I get to breaking it down.
You get to breaking it down and giving it back to you. And you're like, "Oh, I did say that."
That does make sense.
But sometimes if you don't have somebody to help sort it out, it just becomes jumbled and
it stays there.
It stays there, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of work through it and get to the other side of it. So I think for me, some of the biggest therapy lessons I think is probably like I'm a super empathetic person, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes that could get in the way.
Me too. I'm very empathetic to people.
Pulling the trigger on something. I give people a little bit too much grace.
Really?
Yes, a little bit too much.
I am very empathetic to folks.
Sounds weird
but then when that grace run out, it's over.
But internally, I do that. Like I make excuses in a way for people.
Yeah. Okay. So you're like, okay, they come through. They gonna
Listen, the story I was told when I was a kid was that
that's why people think I'm bipolar. Because I give them grace, and then once I see they think they playing me, I switch up real quick.
It's one line, powered with unlimited.
No, I do, but now I guess I have, less of an expectation. Like, I'm doing it just because, like, I want to.
It's also,
I don't want nothing.
It's also the thing of, like, knowing.
Yeah.
At least being self-aware.
That part.
To know why you're doing things, as opposed to just doing things.
Yeah.
Being self-aware,
It changes everything when you're self-aware.
For sure.
And I like to be aware. You know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
What can I do to make it better if I can?
So you go through all that stuff. Are you open to like love again right away, or does it take time? Are you scared of it? Are you like?
I'm chilling. I really don't want to. I'm in my bag. I'm working. I'm like totally.
I mean, back then, at that moment.
I thought you meant right now.
I want to know about right now too, but I'm just saying. After going through that, were you like looking for love again, or were you not? Did it take a while, or?
I think it took a little bit of time for me to just say, okay, let me take a beat. I was still seeing my therapist. And I was kind of like, whoa, what just happened? First of all, we met, we had a baby. I mean, it was so much quick. And so I was like, let me just take a pause. I started dating a little bit after that. Mm. So by the time we split, like I was seeing other people at that point. Mm. But I think just because I was curious too, like.
What's out here?
Yeah, like, why not?
Yeah, you should, yes.
Like, if you're dating, I'm dating, whatever. Like, you're doing your thing. You feel me? So I was just like, I'll date.
But it was a while before love. Then you had another relationship.
Yeah.
Very public relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That people, it was weird because you guys shared a lot, but you didn't share a lot. Like we saw photos and we saw it happen, and people were invested because he kind of manifested it in a way.
Yeah, I think, when it comes to me in relationships, there's a lot of times people don't even see who I date, right? And with that one, it just felt special enough to share. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think we both on the same page. And then it's like, I don't believe you have to give it all. to show that you're together, but it just felt right.
You were having fun too. It seemed like you were having fun.
Sure,
with it.
For sure. I think it felt right, and like the right. It didn't like we both have our own thing going on. It's like cool. Like both these worlds came together. It's cool. Like we can share it.
And you've been quiet lately. Are you guys together still or no?
No, I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah, not my choice, but I respect him. It's all love. Like
it's not your choice.
Now she said not by choice. Well, but let's just hear it all the way through.
I wouldn't have chose it, but it was what was best. But I wouldn't have chose it. No.
What are you saying to me right now, Angela Simmons?
I'm saying that I'm a lover. I love love. I love relationships. I stand.
This man proclaimed that he wanted to get with Angela Simmons. This man pursued you. He proclaimed it in front of everybody that he wants Angela Simmons. So you're not telling me that he ended? Did he end the relationship or did?
No, it was my choice. I had to make a decision, but I think.
Hey, she
there's
Johnson.
A certain level of
hey, Diane.
What I can share and would share publicly, you know what I mean? And I can publicly say that I'm not with him anymore. But as far as
well, they let you know an NDA was signed. Because she said what I can share, the NDA was signed.
Tells I would just never.
It's nice though.
Nah, I'm just not that girl. I'm just not that girl ever to share that much more. Other than we're not together.
Yeah, and he's not really that type either. So
yeah, that's my vibe though. Like I said, I could have probably been in and out of 4 or 5 other relationships. People would have never known and got my feelings hurt or not or whatever, and I just wouldn't speak on it because some stuff is just better left unsaid, I feel like. So I just leave things alone.
It's just that it was so public.
I know.
That's the hard part. Do you regret that in a way or no?
No.
Because now there's curiosity.
I know.
Now people want to know what happened.
I know.
But I understand that.
I just again much love and respect to him, and just he's doing his thing. I'm happy for him.
Ran its course. Well, that season is past.
I guess.
Yeah. Was there heartbreak involved?
My feelings were involved.
Your feelings. Yeah.
Yeah. It is hard. I feel like for me with relationships because I get really invested and I'm in. When I'm in love, I'm in love. Which means I'm staying with you. But yeah, my feelings. It didn't feel good to not be with him.
What is that coming to an end unto you, or what have you learned about love? Or
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your,
you just never know. I'm a lover. I love love, and I've been in relationships where I think this is it, we're getting married, and then I'm not married. So here I am, and then life can be just really unpredictable. I think often. And
hey, E-baby.
It's really hard for me, I would say today, too, because I feel like the woman that people watch, they fantasize who that is, and they don't know me. So then maybe, and I'm not speaking specifically on him, I'm saying in general, then you get in a relationship with me and you're like, oh, I thought you were like this. I'm like, bro, that was 5 seconds of my life. This is who I am. Right. You know what I mean? And not that that's a bad thing, but you can have a fantasy of what a girl is, and then you get them and they're a bit different.
What is the fantasy of you?
I don't know. I might need to get a guy in here and interview him because I have had a lot of guys that said they, oh, I have a crush or I like you, and I'm just well, what does that mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Based on what? What part?
You sure you like me? Yeah. Do you know? You know what I mean? But I think that's a hard part for me is growing up on TV. From 17 to now is you think that's who I am, and who I really am is this way versus that way or whatever. It's an interesting. It's interesting.
No, totally.
It's different. None of my friends deal with this type of mess. You are because you get to meet someone and that's who they are, and you have no prejudgment to it. You know what I mean? I'm kind of automatically. You're Run's daughter, you're this, that, it's just mad things that, you think automatically come with it, and it'd be nah.
That's not my life.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? You were talking about how people had a fantasy of you.
Yeah.
Right? There was also a level of fantasy put on this relationship.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And it was, number one, the way he came at you, and then it actually happened, and then
it became a whole thing.
You're in the beautiful mansions with the dress and thing, and
right.
It's almost like there's expectations of the. I just wonder from
like
the inside,
tale, right?
Did you feel like that too, or was that not how we perceived it? Did you perceive it that way?
I think everything has like what people see versus what it is, and we had a lot of great, beautiful like memories with like being together. I feel like, so what they seen was really happening in real time. You know what I mean? Or like any of the pictures, like that's what was happening, and most definitely like we've had beautiful times. So,
but we only saw that. We didn't see. That's the thing about social media. Social media show you highlight
reel. I feel like that's like anyone's relationship. Like I feel like you go to a girl's page right now, and she'll have like tons of flowers up and all these purses and different stuff, and you'll be like, I want that. I've learned never to say that. I don't want nothing nobody got. But, I want that. And behind the scenes, it's like they are going through it. They don't want to be together. Like you just don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
social media is a devil.
It's terrible.
No, it's terrible.
It's a fake book. I don't want to read it. I want the truth.
But you participate in the book.
Yeah, but I participate in the book of just showing things that I like. I like pictures and beautiful things.
Yeah.
Before Instagram got big, I literally had probably 3, 5 followers, whatever it was. Like I like pictures. I like art. I'm a creative.
Yeah.
So like for me, like I just like that stuff. But I participate just in what I like to look at. That's all. But I'm saying like you would never know what someone's going through by social media. I just don't. No, you got to be there to know for sure.
Because who knew? We didn't know.
Me either.
Oh, I hate that for you.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. How do you deal with heartbreak? Because I always feel like.
Wow. Now listen to, Cypress, I didn't even know Cypress had dropped down.
Yeah, we're back, man.
So listening to her and looking at Angela when she was talking about this situation, it looked like she had tears and shit in her eyes. I mean, I do think it affected her. She said she called it off. That's not something she would have did. Somebody said they think that he checked out. I think Angela got out just in time. Angela has been up close and personal with him. She's had the opportunity probably to validate a lot of what other people already knew. Okay, she didn't know. So she's had the opportunity to see this guy up close and personal, especially as it relates to this young dog situation. She understands that his brother, the situation with his brother. And then I don't know. I don't believe in coincidences. Like you think about the timing of everything. Quet is getting ready to go to trial. Hey, a lot of people feel like that Gotti's name is going to come up in that. Like I said, Angela has had the opportunity to be around him and listen when he was talking to his lawyer and all of that. You see what I'm talking about? Like, or it could have been that he checked out. She found out about Glorilla. She could have found out about, Vanessa says that he just had a baby. So, we do, he was messing with a little girl at pre-baby for a while.
Yeah, she was the one that was going to nursing school, right?
She might have been going to nursing school, but her mom didn't think that he and Angela's relationship was real because he was flying her out there to LA. He bought her a car. I don't know if she was going to nursing school.
Yeah. Well, they just had to, the contract ran out.
Well, we know now that there was some type of contract or NDA because she said there are some things she can't talk about. But you could tell that she's hurt. He might have even missed him. I mean, for her to be so hurt, she said it was for the best. No telling what happened. It seemed like for her to be so hurt about it, he might have mishandled her.
Hey, I think she just doing that for the cameras. Certain women do that for the camera. They know the women know how to play with them cameras.
So what you think happened?
I think the contract ran out, but I think she was really actually trying to love him and want him to marry her and all that. Memphis niggas don't do that. You better go get you an Florida nigga, huh? Memphis niggas don't do that. She won't marry with him. All that fairy tale Cinderella shit. Dude ain't on that.
Well, why would he waste her time?
Man, this shit the industry gave him what he wanted. And the contract ran out and she had to go. But she caught feelings and wanted love and marriage
And he
because
said he didn't think she was how she was.
yeah, he was looking for something a little bit probably a little bit more hood and she's green as goose shit.
Well, Angela came from money and a lot of stuff she was already used to.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, everybody knew that relationship wasn't real. But because if it was real, it wouldn't be no limits on what she can and can't talk about. The industry gave him what he wanted. That's all.
Well, he probably paid her to be quiet.
Yeah, she signed the NDA. Not to say there's a lot of stuff she wanna say that he got her by the paper. She can't.
Vanessa, you want to come up? Vanessa said she on her way to a bike show though.
For sure. Salute.
TB21 says everybody know Gotti be tricking and been tricking.
Well,
She
of
ain't
course.
used to North Memphis Negroes. I don't know. I think there's a people don't just break up for nothing. She said now on one hand she says that she on one hand she says that it's not something she would have chose to do. And then she had to think about it when she said, "Are you telling me that he broke you? She can't make him look bad." I guess that's a part of the agreement where he paid her out.
Yeah, she got him by the balls on the paperwork. She can't make him look. She can't put smut on his name to be sure for that. Which actually
But
sweet.
I think she got out just in time.
Uh, yeah, she signed the NDA. The paperwork. Cause it's a lot.
Hold on one
It's a
second.
lot
I'll be
she
right
want.
back.
Okay. Cause it's a lot she wanna say she can't. What I did now, ZK. Shout out to Yo Gotti for getting on down, man. Shout out to Yo Gotti. But what if the feds don't lock them up? Then what?
I think Angela has seen quite a bit. She has. She's seen quite a bit. But she had to really think about what she said. I think that he paid her, out. Um, and she can't she can't talk. She said, I would not have chose to at the end of the contract. Maybe he decided that he didn't want to continue on.
No, it wasn't beneficial no way.
She
It
said, I
wasn't.
would not have chose to end it. As if it was a contract. Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
They said the Fed's gonna override that contract. Well, it seemed like stuff always start happening when it's close time for a lot of people say they think it's fake. Is he trying to distract the public? But she seemed like she's really hurt. But she put out an album and everything.
Mm. Was that the opportunity he was talking about when he? Never mind. But yeah, but she put out an album.
She did, but I remember when she first started dating Gotti, she was talking about how she had, just kind of disassociated herself from her family and all of that. kind of, and she was not really around anybody. But now she's talking about how her father has always been there for her. She realized, I mean, family really good family. I really think in the end, most times, you don't need to you'll need your family. They'll mess you over too now, but
Mm. Yeah.
don't be disassociating yourself based on no crazy stuff.
What he so basically he had got away from around her family.
I don't know if he did. She said she was on some type of journey. This was some years back.
Oh, okay.
But now she's talking more about, her family, her brother. She seemed to be gearing, talking about them more now.
Yeah,
So,
cause she gonna need him, cause the KOM is gone by the deal. So she gonna need.
well, I think she got out just in time. I mean, like I said, I don't believe in coincidences. Hell, we already know Quick gonna tell on Gotti. I already have shit.
He, yeah, I ain't got no comment on that.
In my opinion, I say in my opinion.
He told he, I think he told on somebody over there at CMG because I at the end of the stage he said, man, you're not gonna open case. I can't talk about that.
You said what now?
When Stan G asked him about CMG, he said, I got an open case. I can't talk about that.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Well, he'll be going to trial in a month.
She was looking for marriage. She need to look down the street then, because they had.
I think she was okay. She said she was okay. She loved him, so she claimed. Remember, she was like she was. Oh, it'll happen when it happens. She wasn't rushing that. I don't think that was it.
Well, with her and Gotti.
Yeah, I don't think she was rushing no marriage. I
Uh,
think it was something else.
I think the contract ran out.
Well, she might be able to talk about it one day. Of course, she definitely can't talk about what she heard. I'm sure she can't talk about what she heard. So I'm sure he wanted to hurry up and go ahead and pay her to keep her mouth closed and all of that. So she was out. I'm sure she heard a lot.
I'm quite sure she didn't hear nothing.
You say you quite sure what?
She didn't hear. She probably heard some stuff, but it probably wasn't nothing major. So. If the contract and but now the contract is not in public record.
Mm-mm, not unless she say something, then it'll be public record because he gonna sue her. No, I doubt she gonna say anything. She said just enough, and he probably ain't gonna say nothing. But Vanessa say he got a baby.
If it by that young girl who was the nurse he used to fly that won a nursing school, she young. I don't know how old she is.
I don't know if that was the
Uh,
girl.
I mean, I know he used to fly her in downtown. And she from me. He used to fly her to LA a lot.
When he was going with Angela.
Yeah.
hmm So,
Well, Angela one always out there. All the time Angela was really around him when they had the cameras going. Same way with Moneybag and Ari. They ain't never around each other except for when the camera's going.
folks don't even know if they still together.
Oh, well, they'll be in front of the cameras together, but they wasn't because his baby mama was at the hell out there in Miami. Oops.
Cypress and got knocked down. Vanessa, I sent you the link.
So soon as I said that, it knocked me down.
What's up? You got knocked down?
I don't know. I probably did. 'Cause this phone
No,
rugged.
somebody probably knocked you down. Somebody got control of my link.
But I said, as soon as I said what I said
About what?
about it, he got that baby mama out there that mansion out there in Miami.
He got his baby woman in L.A.
No, Miami.
Oh, okay. Well, he got it. He living in L.A. Ain't he?
Bag got a crib. I think Bag got a crib in LA now, but you know,
Oh, you said Bad got his baby mama in L.A. I
no,
mean,
in
and
Miami.
yeah,
Miami.
you know they say that Bag as soon as that stuff happened with Dog, Bag moved a lot of his family to all of his baby mamas supposedly now.
Yeah, he
They
moved
said
a
the
couple.
one that unfortunately lost her life, she snuck back or something. Somebody was telling me.
Uh-huh.
But I think they
Yeah.
all been, you know, so some of them.
They all got the bad pill addiction. What the? All of
You said they all got what?
them bad pill addiction.
Mm.
All of them.
They said whenever they say he really liked that one that Ari was arguing with, the one that sell their hair.
That's the one in Miami with him. But the
Oh, she out there in Miami.
yeah,
So she just done learned to play her part and just be quiet, huh?
yeah. She had the mansion out there with him in Miami. That's what I'm telling you. She was the one who took all the screenshots of the mansion. Said the every time I see beat her all that.
She took screenshots and sent it to Ari.
Yeah, it was a while back when they had got the argument. Yeah.
Mm.
So Ira, she be at the mansion out there. Oh yeah, they was a whole big blow up out there.
Well, they say he really like her.
Yeah, he knew he was. Yeah, he knew because he keep her out there with him.
But you know, I guess he feel like Ari is a better look for the industry, but the other
Shit,
girl, the other girl could be too if she put her feet down. But you know,
I mean, Ira, okay, but she ain't shit neither.
she be hoeing.
Yeah,
But I think Angela finally. I think Angela know what's get ready to go down. But maybe you know he trying to get her away from him because he knows what he's getting ready to go through. Maybe he had a conversation with Reverend Ron and all of that.
I know he had a conversation with bro. They don't like too many hood niggas. I don't believe.
What's up, the godmother?
Hey, how everybody doing?
What's going
Good.
on?
Nothing much.
So you heard he got it. She broke up with him because of a baby.
Nah, she broke up with him because her daddy told her to. She had a choice she had to make. Either they were gonna cut her ass off, or she gonna have to cut him out. One or the other. Y'all know Ron don't play. That's why they had that agreement signed. You think her Gotti came up with that? No, her daddy made her sign it and made him. You got to baby, make him sign that paper. That's the only way y'all gonna be able to deal with each other.
Mm.
Ron ain't trying to take no loss. He already know that's a Memphis nigga, as Cypress would say.
Hey, Snake Spotter.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a many niggas. So we know what gonna come with that line down the
Yeah.
line somewhere.
So her dad is her keeper. You know what I'm saying? He already told her what time it is.
Mm.
Now she didn't get too deep with this country ass nigga from me.
Yeah, you ain't got too deep inside. You cut that nigga off. He fucking up the brand. He fucking up the image. It's too much going on with this nigga. He is not for you. You done picked the wrong nigga this time.
Yeah.
She definitely picked the wrong one because he got a lot going on.
Exactly.
You think he got a lot going on?
got a lot going
Got a
on.
lot going on.
Y'all might know.
Cypress, don't try to act like you don't know.
Y'all might know some.
You know we know. You already know we know. You can't trick us.
Y'all might know some.
Hey, Ashley.
Why he all down there in Dallas trying to stir that stuff up? You know he get ready to go to jail. Shit.
Uh, he say he trying to put an office in there, Dallas.
Mm.
He trying to put an office in
Maybe Angela know he get ready to go to jail.
And guess what? She didn't sound that sad in that interview. She just playing her part.
Maybe them folks came and visited her. I'm talking about the folks that's been visiting his ass.
Talking about that's not a choice you would have made. Yes, it is. Your daddy made it for you.
Her daddy probably told her it was time to go when she told him that they had probably had questioned her.
So you think they done visit him recently since then?
Hmm
Yeah.
I don't know why folks want to believe that he's untouchable. Don't nobody believes that, but y'all Cypress, and I don't think y'all believe it.
Listen,
Uh,
I know I know about
Cypress don't believe that he ain't had dreams. He ain't had sleepless night about his boy going to jail.
man. Look, I ain't know about an untouchable life. We really don't see. We really don't see none. We really don't see none right now.
Yeah, a lot of people was talking, about Juke was not going to jail,
Well,
but Juke was going to jail.
That's why they got rid of him. His brother say he's an asset now. You know what I'm saying? It's
oh
gonna cost him too
man,
much.
come on, man. What
Well,
we doing, man? Eh, Man, we know God ain't got we got to say y'all stop it.
What
We
who
ain't
did
got,
it then, Cypress?
I don't know who did it.
look, she on
I
the way.
don't know. Cause you talk like you know who did it. If you saying his brother didn't do it, that means you know who did it.
I know. I got to wouldn't take Juke out. Why would you got to take Juke out? That would make no sense. Explain that, Godmother.
She talking to a son in the background. She ain't hear you.
Uh, Jay Dropper, we don't even pay attention to people who think they do more than God.
Okay.
Benisa, he said, why would God take his brother out?
Because he took his brother out because his brother was an essay. He was causing too many problems, bringing too much shit to what he had going on. The spotlight was starting to be on Juke for a lot of shit that reflected back on Gotti. He had to
So he
take
was
him
a
out.
liability.
Yeah, it was a
Mm,
liability.
mm. You know what? I ain't even got no comeback for that. I ain't got no comeback for that, y'all.
Yeah, he was doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You were bringing the spotlight back to us. Juke had that type of attitude that he ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
He
And
always
fuck
been
how
that
it
way.
turned out.
He always been that way.
Well, that's what got him fucked up. His brother sacrificed him, baby.
Oh Lord.
Well, we hope not.
I
God,
hope
mother.
his brother didn't sacrifice him.
Well, he did.
I tell you. So Vanessa, what? So Angela seemed like she was real hurt when she was talking, like she still had tears in her eyes
Now,
when she,
I agree with Cypress on one thing, baby. She played her part. She ain't fucked up about losing that man. She looking for her daddy want her to have an 8-figure man. She better go get one of them basketball players.
Cypress, before you say God got a lot of money, we know Interscope loaned him $100 million.
I ain't gonna say that, but like, I think that was in the best interest. Cause I know she don't want the feds come knocking at her door about Gotti.
She played her part, y'all. She was not that sad. She played her part. She knows somebody better than God out here. All the people she said been hitting on her trying to date her.
She just raked up a little money and put it to the side, and now she can pay her bills now. Whole time. That's it.
J Dropper says, so y'all saying got it avenged Dolph's killer. Now, when people say that they think that he has something to do with his brother, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sold on that one. But what I will say is, it I wouldn't say that he avenged Dolph's killer, if that's how you're trying to put it. I would say if he did do that to his brother, it would be because he didn't it wouldn't have been because he was avenging Dolph's killer. It would have been because he didn't want his brother to tell on him.
Hey,
He didn't want his brother to end up going to jail and then have to tell everything that was done, everything that was said. He didn't want to have to snitch on his brother, so his brother took his ass out.
hey, I ain't got no comeback for that one. Uh, now, now I can finally agree with y'all that Paper Route didn't do that.
No, Paper Route
I
didn't
tried
do
to tell
that
you
one.
paper route didn't do it when you was trying to put it on paper route. I told you was full of shit when you was saying that.
I can finally say that now.
Why you can find to say that, Cypress?
Cause God must say his brother probably got him on out the way.
Snipers, you know this shit facts.
Yes, sir. So now I can quit thinking that now.
Yeah, you can quit thinking that, baby.
Hmm.
Juke was out the chain, and I'm just telling you, Juke was trying to take over. Gotti didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Gotti didn't like that. He said you supposed to be behind me, not in front of me.
Well,
Mm.
hmm.
Well, like I said, Angela Simmons, whatever went on, it appears to me that she might be hurt. She said she would not have, and she could be playing to the cameras, but it seemed like to me she's.
Man, she playing to the camera.
Yeah, she playing to the cameras
That,
all
that,
day
that
long.
girl
You
can
see it.
she can have anybody that she want. All the people you listen to the interview, she was like all the people that tried to hit on her and this, that, and the third. God, it was just they was just doing something. Now, don't get me wrong, she probably did end up, having feelings for him in the end. But run, stop that, baby. That ain't the nigga you need to be having feeling for. I'm gonna need you to think a little farther.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you to think a little farther ahead for your long time wealth, and this ain't it right here. This gangsta ass nigga. This wannabe gangsta anyway.
Wanna be gangster.
God ain't no, God it was not no gangster.
Hey, I know. Yeah, but
Hey, Mario Johnson.
I don't know. I think God is gonna be alright though, man.
Hey, Mario.
See, OG Spider even know. I mean, OG Snake even know. He said God had to, Juke was gonna sink that ship. God had to make a choice, and he right.
Well, well,
Juke,
OG Snake Spider is amongst a whole bunch of paper out fans. I ain't got no one to months to go.
And
So what
no,
you
OG Snake Spider ain't never switched up. Boo boo.
doing?
OG Snake Spider ain't never switched up.
All right. But no, I think Gotti gonna be alright, man. I think he just gotta. I think he just need to drop a mixtape. So.
Um, that's okay, OD Sex Spotter. You already know I'm gonna take up for you. ZK says sure ain't. So let me ask you something, Cypress. Do y'all think Gotti's name is gonna come up in next month's situation? Cornelius is not. Cornelius is not the is not the star witness. He's not the star witness. The star witness, he was the star witness in Straight Drop's case. The star witness is always come in at the beginning of the case. He comes in on this case. This trial starts that Monday. He comes in that Friday. So there's got to be another star witness.
I was more definitely another star witness.
I think I got an idea who the star witness gonna be, but I don't really think I can put
Who
that
you
out
think is gonna be Cypress?
there. Huh?
Who you think is gonna be? Let me see if we on agreement with it.
We probably ain't, but I don't know if I gotta check and see if I can put that out though.
There you go. That's
Cypress,
what
you
I'm
say you
talking
think you
about.
know who the star witness is? Is that
Yeah.
what
I
you
mean,
said?
Yeah.
you can't.
Who?
Everybody got an opinion, Cypress. You can't be scared to put your opinion out there. They either
No,
love you or hate you.
no,
It is what
no.
it is.
It's not. It's not about. I'm not scared to put it out there, but I gotta tap in to see if I can really drop it because I don't really know how. You
I
know.
mean, it's gonna be known anyway next month. So I
I
mean, I'm just saying.
know. Hold on.
I mean, if Cornelius coming in there Friday, it seemed like to me the prosecutors, because the prosecution has to prove their case. It seems like they're gonna be boom, 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 back to back every single day, and then they bring Cornelius in.
You one of they star witness coming from their side.
Well, I'm sure that I would think that the trial would be longer because I think the process. I mean, I think the defense has people that they're gonna bring up, too. Because remember,
It's nice.
a motion was filed. I think I pulled it up right. A motion was filed where the prosecution was filed something saying that the defense had not turned over their discovery. They was demanding that they turn over their discovery because they have to turn over their discovery. The prosecution has turned over theirs, but the defense was not turning over theirs to the prosecution. Remember, back in May, so they filed a motion. Did we talk about that on here? Did we talk about that in the members?
Yeah, I
Um,
probably talked about that in the members.
see,
Be
I be
be
talking too
pressure,
much.
my be pressure. I'm telling you, that was the most best sign to make it seem like he ain't have shit to do with it. To do it in front of the family at a restaurant at an uncle funeral. That's the best way to do some shit to get the light off of you.
Says I would say this. I don't think he would have took his brother out in front of their family at a restaurant for their uncle like that.
Dude,
That
that's
was,
that's
go ahead, Benice. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's the best way to get the light off of him, so he can seem like he more of a victim too than the assassin. I don't like pina colada. It's nasty. Girl.
I love pina colada.
It's nasty.
Nasty. I hate this drink she got, baby. It's nasty.
Oh, I love a pina colada. That's my favorite. Diane says the prosecution is going to rest after Cornbread tells his story. Yeah, the prosecution is probably once they. Oh, I tell you, like I said, it may go longer because I would think that the defense is going to have, because Straight Drop's trial was only a couple days because the defense had nobody.
Yeah. And they just ate, the prosecution just ate that up. Like, I just would have took the time, man. Sit down, bro. I wouldn't have wasted no time going to trial for that. Like, that was crazy. Like, they ate that up from the jump. I wouldn't
Says
have.
people take people out and be crying the hardest. Shaking my head, it's a cold world. Dialogue says the case is going to be on who can the state pin bodies on. If they can pin them on a dead man, so be it. I think that's the issue. They're not allowing them to pin it on a dead man. Because if they could pin it on a dead man, um, a whole lot of people wouldn't be up under investigation or having trials, right? Joe Free says, I think Orange Mountain Quet did it. I have ties to Texas with Lil Flip. You think Orange Mountain Quet took out Juke? Is that what you're saying? Who's that? You Cypher says that Juke was sitting in his car.
Yeah, that's what I was told. He was sitting in the car smoking, and he got out. They got out on him.
Yeah, but he was there. He was right there at his door. His car door was still open. I thought they said he was walking out, and somebody called his name, and he was walking to his car, and he tried to get in that car.
No, they said he was already out there. He was already out there. I don't know how. And they said somebody said, "Hey, Juke, what up?" Juke looked up.
Well, whoever it was, they stood. That one of their people stayed behind, didn't it, to take that picture, didn't it? That was that. I thought that was just.
They had to show proof, baby.
Yeah, they had to show proof. That was just deplorable. Why would they do something like that and put the picture all over the internet? I wonder if they're going to be able to see who was the first person to upload that picture. He said he have ties. He said, "Oh Lord." Paula said Gotti is not to be trusted. Pressure says, Miss V, maybe you're right. He is very calculated.
You better know it. He trying to fit in like playing, baby.
I dropped my phone. Yeah, I'm quite sure the feds can find it. But I'm only thinking it can be one person that can leak it like that. If that's the case, if it got out like that.
What one person it is, like?
The nigga that going to trial. That's my opinion. I'm the person I can think of that can leak it like that. Got to be the nigga that going to trial.
I just feel like Gotti got a lot that he got to give back for, and that's why his ass so sickly. He might not last too long.
Well, if he got Angela, if he might have told Angela anything, because she seemed, because the way she tried to fix it, the way she said, I would not have chosen to break up. He got to get away from. He probably don't want people around him. He can't trust nobody at this point, because he know he's getting ready to go through the valley of the shadow.
Y'all better know it, and he don't want to take nobody else with him.
And this come from a guy that never did a day of real time. Oh, okay.
You waiting on your oxtail pie? I'm sure gonna do it Sunday.
You doing the ox? You selling them?
Yep, I got like 3 packs of oxtails. I'm gonna go and cook them, make some oxtail pie.
Thank you, Paula. What's on the side?
All the vegetables are gonna be in the pot pie. The carrots, the corn, all the vegetables is gonna be a real pot pie.
It's gonna be a big one.
Uh-huh.
How much are they? Cause I might buy one.
They probably gonna be $10 if I do the little. I'm thinking about doing a little round circle ball. I might put some. I don't know. Most people don't like dinner rolls with a pot pie, but I do.
Yeah, cause the dough is already.
The dough already there,
Maybe you
but I
should
got
put side on it too.
what kind of side I'm putting with
Yeah,
them now the vegetables
the
in the inside with some mashed potatoes.
just the dog up in the other night. He going
Or
live.
some sweet potatoes.
Okay, now the sweet potatoes sound good.
I buy a plate.
Mm-hmm.
OG Snacks Spider said, "Yeah, he do. He want everyone. Let me know now so that I can already have that in my mind."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know for sure. You know I go out on Saturday. I don't know what time I make it home on Sunday.
Joe Free says, "I need two bowls." Joe
Huh?
Free, $15 a piece. You know, y'all know she's trying to get. She got her food. You know, we have to support her.
Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah,
hit that
Joe
like
Free.
button. Hit that like button. Please like, share, and subscribe. I believe that Angela got out just in time, though. I do. I think she got out just in time. I think she's a little bit hurt. Look. Joe Free got his tongue out, Vanessa.
Mm.
Neo says,
Right.
Dolphin ain't getting full justice unless I see some big dogs go out. One thing can say full heartedly, Quet knows everything. Quet knows everything because that was that liaison. That's who they was more familiar with.
And he
Mm-hmm.
probably was involved too. That's why he ready to tell it.
Well, you been telling.
I don't think that he's, as I've said before, I don't think that he's going to, you know, I don't think he's like straight up. I don't think he's going to try to spare nobody.
Mm. Man, about 50. He barely expressed himself. His ass too.
Says too bad. I'm too far to order a plate.
Huh?
He was talking about a order a plate. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I'm very interested in seeing. I just think that there are no coincidences as it relates to this. I don't believe, the fact that he and Angela have, broken up and all of that. All of this stuff is happening. Angela, she seems to be bothered by it. She had water and stuff in her eyes. She said, "I would not have chosen to do it."
Girl, she played her role real good. I ain't a black Barbie. She played her role real good. She
Hey,
did that,
Michelle. You think she playing? Why you think she playing her role good? Cause he paid her to.
baby. I mean, I don't know if he paid her to, but I know her daddy, he got a part in it. Baby,
Hmm.
you got to let that nigga go. You messing up our reputation with this hot ass nigga. Send his ass back to Memphis.
And she kept saying it's for the best. Now here's the thing: if she's saying it's for the best, if two people love each other, what would be for the best? Unless it's something going on. Folks don't just break up because they're happy.
Trying to tell you, my mama told me one time, you either let that nigga go or I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna cut you out. That's the only thing else it could be. If you in love with somebody, you ain't just fit to break up with them like that to let you know it had some more involvement.
Hmm. I tell you. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe. Um, We'll talk about Tyler Perry in a minute, but I'm just not. I just want to talk about this Angela situation. Angela said Angela was like she would have preferred to keep the situation, private. Um, she's private with her situation, so it seems to me Gotti was the one that wanted it to be public. Now, I told you all that I felt like Gotti looked at Angela more as a person that could help his image. That was around the time, he got with her. They gave her to him around the time Young Dolph was killed. And I think that the industry probably forced it more so, because Gotti had got that money and they needed him to be able to. That's why they put all these damn fools on the internet that was telling the truth about him, because they wanted to scare him off, because they was trying to tarnish. They didn't want nobody to tarnish his image. They felt like him and Angela, or he felt like him and Angela could be like the next, I think, in his mind, the next Beyonce and Jay-Z, or something similar. I think that he thought that they could be a power couple.
Wrong. They both were wrong. They thought that.
But I'm
And
gonna
one
tell you
thing,
something now. Angela was a hustler and making millions before Gotti, because I remember they had those shoes, that her and her sister made millions of dollars off of. What was the name of those shoes? Delicious Treats or something like that. I never bought them, but they were in Foot Locker because her uncle and her dad owned a lot of Foot Lockers. They made they grossed what, about 33 million or something like that, her and her sister.
yeah. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, it was called Pastries. So, um they sold a lot of shoes. I don't know how good she was. I think, when she got with Yo Gotti, she was able to, and through that relationship, take whatever he was giving her, and start making more investments. I don't know what she was doing in the background as far as investments, but what she was bringing to the forefront didn't seem to, didn't seem like it was going nowhere, because the hair that she and her sister sell, unfortunately, everybody sell hair. Okay, and it don't look like it's of quality, of that good of a quality. Okay, and then she did Angela's cakes with Slutty Vegan. Ain't nobody gonna eat Angela's cakes. You don't really hear her talk about that no more. Who gonna go and pay all that money for some pancakes? Well, you can go in the store and um, get some almond flour, or do vegan pancakes by using bananas. Yeah, by using bananas. So don't nobody want to eat her cakes. Gotti was eating them and paying for them, but that was about it. I think he really got what he wanted. It was not. It didn't hit the way. He's a true narcissist. He really used her. That's why I hope she got everything that she could get out of him. I really do. Um, because it didn't hit the way he thought that it would hit. Angela is a young lady who grew up with money, who's used to stuff. Okay, so even though he was giving her a lot of things, she was flattered, she was loving it. She was used to stuff, so he couldn't do her, or probably like he had done a lot of other girls. Vanessa, what happened? Vanessa.
I, I'm still here. I was on the phone call. I'm on my other phone right quick.
Okay, but you dropped down to the backstage. Did it knock you out?
I still see my face up here.
I know that's because I pulled you back up.
I don't know how I dropped down.
It seemed like to me somebody got control of my stream yard, where they're able to knock people down.
They don't do me like they do cycles, baby. I ain't the one.
Mm-hmm. You all make sure y'all hit that like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe, okay? Um, they said Sype Dog says he's hit it and quit it. Yeah, I think that's what it was. She was a fantasy of his, and unfortunately, with her being a fantasy, he's probably used to certain types of women that he can control, and little girl, and kind of gets to bow down to him. Um, you know, um, unfortunately, and she probably was not one of those ones. He was probably spending the most money on her. Once he saw that the image with her was not going to help his image, and it was not going, it hit differently, than they were not going to be like this power couple. I think he just got tired of. He got to do everything he wanted to do to her in bed. Every fantasy he had the opportunity to do that with his big head, and I think he just decided not to renew the contract. That's why I said I hope she broke the bank on his big head ass.
She sure should have.
If she didn't break it, I hope she put a dent in it.
Okay, so just let me know what time we going, and I'll be ready.
Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please do hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Okay, like, share,
Rika,
and subscribe.
that was Zola. She going to the rocking chair tonight.
Oh, okay. All right, that's my uncle club.
Mm-hmm.
So what they got up in there tonight? Karaoke?
I don't know what they have. I just know they called to tell me to be ready.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you and Zolan was hanging out. You,
Zola used
Zolan,
to go
who
out.
else?
Me, Zola, and Coco.
Okay. So let me ask you something. Do y'all ever see Teresa Wiggs?
Yeah, I mean Teresa Weed. I know I see Teresa Arnold, not
Okay.
Teresa Weed. I ain't seen her in
I've
a
seen
minute.
her. I've seen Teresa Arnold, but I haven't seen Teresa Wiggs. I wonder if they still live in that house down there by Nard. I mean, that Alcee Park.
Mm-mm.
You all make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. Teresa Wiggs. I remember when I think we was like in the second or third grade. I remember she was always like had like this adult type. You know how some kids are just grown because they've been around a lot of grown folks. I remember
And
she was
she was doing grown folks shit.
in the third grade. I
Yep,
remember she,
I remember she had the pedophile brother or cousin that used to sit in the window and wait for us to walk past and be trying to hit on us and shit. I know you remember that, baby.
I don't remember that, Venice. I don't know. I don't remember.
Baby, I don't know how you don't remember that. He used to he used to sit in the window wait for us all to walk past. Baby, he ain't had so many teenage girls. Baby, please. He was a pedophile.
Lord have mercy. I hate I asked about it. And look, because Venice let it all out. Listen, she used to say I think we was in the second or third grade together. She used to say, "That's a cute little girl." She used to look at me and say, "That's a cute little girl right there." Like, but we were in the same grade. That's a cute little girl. Like
Like she wasn't no little girl.
she was always like a grown person.
Girl, she was grown.
I'm telling you. And then come to find out, like some years later, she was going with Marcus.
The market that we used to go hang out with.
He chose me though. I made him. He made it. He had to make a choice.
Okay. Mr. Pong said we ain't gonna last long because we don't like to do oral sex.
Who said that? Joke free?
Yep.
Joke free, you need to stop.
He said
Oh my!
we
Oh,
ain't gonna have no man.
Hmm. We're
oh
gonna we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Y'all, let's talk about Tyler Perry. He said, listen, let's talk about Tyler Perry right quick, you guys, and we'll come back to Angela. And so we could talk about Yo Gotti. And I to make a long story short, I think Angela got out in time because I believe I've been cutting corners, but I just believe that Angela and Gotti and them knows what's up the pipeline. They know what's up the pipeline. It don't look good for Gotti. It don't look good for him as it relates to this young dog stuff. Okay. And I'm just keeping it real. It ain't wishful thinking, anything like that. I can't wish nothing up on this man. And I don't be trying to wish nothing up on it, but from my understanding, it ain't looking good, and it never was. He never was gonna get away with it. Okay.
but what if he
Lord
don't
have
get
mercy.
charged with it though? Like, and y'all say, if anybody gonna say they were wrong if the man don't get charged with it?
No, Cypress. Ain't nobody gonna say that. Because just because a person don't get charged with something don't mean that they're innocent. You know that.
That man, you innocent in a court of law, right? If you don't get charged, you innocent in the court of law, not the court of we
Now,
ain't
not
talking about the court of
even
opinion.
even a not guilty verdict does not mean that you're innocent. A not guilty don't mean that you're innocent.
Oh my God! So basically, Gotti can't win with y'all, man. Gotti can't win. With y'all. The man not guilty. The man not guilty. We move on.
Mm. Listen, okay, so here goes Tyler Perry. Let's talk about this right quick. Now, I think Alabama Hitter, when I was in Hitter's live last night, I think he talked about this extensively on his live last night. I'm gonna just touch on it because the text messages have come out. So look, that look like is that black dye on top of his head?
Yep.
That's black dye on top of his head.
Yeah, on the forehead, you can see the glare off of it.
It says former the Oval actor Derek Dixon has accused movie and TV magnate Tyler Perry of sexual harassment and gender violence in the workplace. Dixon, who played the GAY twink character Dale in the Oval and Ruthless, filed a $260 million lawsuit against Perry in California on June 13th. Evidence submitted to the court includes text messages the two men exchanged. And he says, according to the court documents, Perry promised to produce Dixon's TV pilot and cast him in shows The Oval and The Ruthless. The complaint accused Perry of subjecting Dixon to escalating sexual harassment, assault, and battery, and professional retaliation when Dixon did not reciprocate Mr. Perry's unwanted advances. The text messages portray Perry, 55, as a loner, elder, gay, desperate for attention from much younger men. Perry told Dixon that he had sex with men before and that he was a top. Y'all, what top mean? Y'all, what
That mean he like to be on top. He like to get it.
I forgot Vanessa was up here when I asked.
You so much forgot, baby. But if anybody didn't know that Tyler Perry was gay, I mean, I don't know how y'all missed it. When he came up with the character Madeira and some of the ways how he still talk when he not the mother character, it just gave it away that he was gay. And I can believe everything in that man statement. Yeah, Tyler Perry did that. And then my cousin was a supervisor at the Orphan Theater. And when Tyler Perry now came down there to do the show, she did say he was rude as fuck. Rude as
Well,
fuck.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Some years ago, I wish I could find it online. My cousin Trey, they did a if I don't know if it's been like, it's probably been like 15 years ago or something like that. They did a contest of in different cities of people playing Madea. Well, Trey, my cousin, won. So Tyler Perry flew him out to Atlanta. Uh, my cousin said, my cousin is openly a gay man. Okay, he's openly gay. I love him very, very much. Okay, and so Tyler Perry flew him out there. This was like 15 something years ago. Let me call Trey. And Trey, I be here because see my cousin, he's still trying to. I shouldn't have said his name, but he was trying to be an actor. He's not really trying to be one anymore, I guess. But Tyler Perry flew him out to Atlanta when he won the contest. Tyler Perry flew him out to Atlanta, and when my cousin got back, my cousin was like, he is definitely 100% gay. He said Tyler was flirting with him, and Tyler was telling him that he was going to do some stuff for him. But at the time, like my cousin was like 19 or 20. Okay. He was like 19 or 20. And so he might have, I think he flew him out there again, and he met some folks. And that's when he came back and ended up telling me, he was like, the guy that was in Tyler Perry's play,
the one that was singing.
Meet the Browns, the dark skinned, real tall guy, Terrell.
The one that was singing.
Yeah. So the one that played that, he was like, Terrell is gay. And I was like, I don't believe that. And I started looking at his lip. It's something about when they be undercover, they bottom lip hangs. That's how you can tell. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Oh my God!
It's so I went back, I looked at it, and I was like, his bottom lip hangs. When they're under the cover, their bottom lip hangs, and it don't sit right because from them putting. Okay, I'm trying to get better. I try not to be. I'm trying to be more professional. Okay, but their bottom lips hang from choking down.
Hey man, y'all better pick y'all damn lip up, y'all around them.
So, anyways, I told my cousin, I said, I don't believe it. But anyways, him and my cousin ended up dating for a little while. That might be one of the reasons why, Tyler Perry, anyways, my cousin is Trey is like 6'4". He's tall, slender, like a mom. He's beautiful. Okay, he is. He don't dress like a girl or anything like that. He dresses very nice. He's a very professional man. He dresses like a man, but he's always been very handsome. And yeah. So another one he told me about, it broke my heart, y'all. It did. It broke my heart so bad because I was buying all that man's albums. I'm gonna get back to Tyler Perry, but I just want to say, so I was buying his albums, and so my cousin was a waiter at Isaac Hayes. Y'all know when Isaac Hayes had the, and so I was like, I be listening to his sermons, and I be listening to his albums, and he was like, I'm telling you, he came into Isaac Hayes and he was flirting with me and asked me for my number. And I did not want, and I did not believe him. My cousin didn't have a reason to lie to me though, y'all. Donnie McClurkin. Oh, that hurt me so bad.
You couldn't tell Donnie McClurkin gay.
Well, I knew he was, but he said God had delivered him. Anyway, y'all. So let's talk about Tyler Perry's messages, right? So it says highlights from Tyler Perry's text messages. No straight man would be going on walks with you or cooking dinner for you unless they wanted to F you. I would F you. 2, you home? I don't want you out with your friends drinking. So it sounds to me, if he was saying this to this man, he's trying to say that they did not have a sexual relationship. I think he did have one. Because just from the, it looks like that he was already controlling. You are the rose, but you are so blocked sexually that you refuse to be smelt or opened 4, when you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy in a good way. Have you been intimate with someone? Why did that photo of Dixon and a male cast member make you jealous? You two together? He says, why did the photo make me jealous? You two together? Ha, I don't know. It's just Brad. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. He just wanted to go for a quick walk to get his steps in, and now I'm walking to Chipotle by myself. Thick Derek, get that Chipotle. Ha, you could tell from the photo. No, I can't. Only from your jeans. Ha, that's how I measure too. If I'm not fouling them out, he said, if I'm not feeling them out, I'm not working hard enough. Right. Tyler Perry. In your mind soon. Well, it's not this person, but yes, I want that too. I'm working on it. Therapy is helping. No, that person. Laugh out loud. Just saying. I feel sorry for the person that you choose. And I won't even take an aspirin from someone anymore. Ha, I would cry if that wasn't so funny. What I mean by that is that you're so beautiful. When you finally are able to unlock your mind, you're going to make that person crazy. Treat myself right. What are you doing, Derek? That's how he texts. Just talking to my sister. So Tyler Perry was possessive over this man. He said, I roll. Fine. Good night. I'll go through the 600 people in my phone book and be annoyed that I don't want to talk to any of them. Trying to get off so I can go to sleep. Laugh out loud. I understand. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Apparently, you're not the only one that's been drinking tonight. I just started. He wanted this man bad. Whoever ends up with me is going to be a happy MF. You have to be able to say no to proposition for sex and mean it and make it clear. I was going to say your cowboy needs a sugar daddy. Now Tyler Perry trying.
He trying too hard.
He said, tell me you got me watching how my lip hang.
Man.
He said I got him watching how his lip hang and shit. He said, I would hope that you would let someone hold you and make love to you. You are missing the best years of your life, my friend. Trust me, I hope you get past that block in your mind. So what he had told Tyler Perry was that he was mentally messed up and he was not having sex with anybody. And he says that he was telling Tyler Perry this so that he wouldn't have to have sex with Tyler Perry because he was really pressuring him. And he was telling him that he was seeing a therapy. He's been like an asexual. He was mentally messed up and all of that, right? He says, listen to me. If you let the cast know that you and I have a new friendship, then you are opening yourself up to a lot of questions and foolishness. You want them to know that you're there because of your talent and not because we have a friendship or because Tony Conway got me to give you a job. Okay? He says, you're totally right. He says, I hope you got it, my friend. That makes total sense. Just watch the behavior of everyone around me on set. Yeah, I will. Don't want to give anyone that opportunity because work is work. But I swear to you, I know how to fix this shit. I love killing an MF in a show that no one expects. So the guy was saying that Tyler Perry was threatening him by saying that, you know, when he felt like Tyler Perry was threatening him by saying he killed people off of shows and then they no longer have jobs, right? And he says, you could be sipping mates, counting coconuts right now. Think about the last episode. They are all shot out. We don't know who lives. Exactly. I'm scared. They shouldn't be two. I'm scared. They should be two. Nope, they're not. Last I checked, we all got the same bullets in us. Tyler Perry's attorney, Matthew Boyd, said in a statement to TMZ, this is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. But Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident these fabricated claims of harassment will fail. Okay. What made Tyler Perry get close to somebody like, you know, you ain't it unprofessional though to be getting close to your like your actors and stuff?
Yeah, that is inappropriate.
And especially with these text messages and all of that. Didn't they say that Tony Bugsby? Did they say that Tony Bugsby is his attorney? I don't know. He don't need him as his attorney because they said Tyler been doing. Listen, they said that the other guy that was on his live that act and all the black guy. Remember what was that black guy's name, y'all? That was saying that a guy had been pressuring him, a producer in Hollywood, and he was about to tell it and stuff. But they said that they quietly paid him. The reason that he had said nothing else. Y'all, what was that guy's name? Remember, he went on to his Instagram and he was talking about it. They're saying that Tyler Perry, this guy says that it was Tyler Perry.
I can believe
that guy's name. He's an actor. He acts in Tyler. He's been in quite a few of his plays, and he went live like over a year ago talking about somebody in Hollywood had been Christian Keys. Let me see if I could pull that up. They're saying this guy says that he was talking about, even though he didn't say a name, they said Tyler Perry quietly paid him off, and he's still been getting jobs. I don't even see that video circulating anymore.
They did a scrub job on him.
Here it is, right here goes some of it right here. I found it on Facebook. See, I like to go on Facebook because a lot of stuff still be on Facebook. Up under other names
that were moving inappropriately. Good evening. Hope everybody's doing amazing. I've been speaking to my brother about
this happened in 2023.
A declaration of my experience. What I experienced with certain powers that be that were moving inappropriately.
Johnson said that R. Kelly get out.
And I really, it's in my bone marrow to discuss that, because thankfully God built me the way that he built me, but I'm not sure, based on this person's claims and brags, that he's literally got at the same time this person was sexually harassing me for years. He was claiming, that he had multiple young black men on the payroll, and they just had to show up when he requested them to be there. And clearly that's why it felt to him that it was okay to say these things. And I want to have these discussions. I want to be transparent with y'all about that. I've done my best to forgive this person, but it happens. It happens. It's not just women that have to deal with it, but it's also men sometimes. And it'll be men tempting men. And that's why a lot of my posts over the last few years have been about taking the scenic route, taking the long way around, because if that means that you can carry your integrity with you, then, and it's 11:11. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for another opportunity to connect with you. Please forgive my sins, my shortcomings, my bad decisions, and my mistakes. Please continue to guide and protect us as only you can. Everybody that's watching, it's not a presentation. If I see 11:11, I try to have another conversation with God. So thank you, Heavenly Father. I appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. In Jesus Christ's name we pray, amen. That's interesting. But there are people that will and have and will continue to, unfortunately, offer these things. And some of them are your heroes. Some of them are people who y'all like, oh yeah, such and such is amazing, and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but he also does this and that.
Hey, the real T.
At some point soon, it's gonna have to come out. I've kept one of these on me since 2005. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once the sexual harassment started, I was like, well, I got to protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them.
He had only been in Tyler Perry's movies, really, and plays.
I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And Tams, you literally just asked, why do we as black people have to deal with that? But sometimes it's our own people. Sometimes it's our own heroes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's the very people we deify. And we look up like, oh, they're doing so much. They're doing so much. No, they're also doing this. And my only reservation about naming the people, there was directors along the way like, hey, you read for this, that, and the other. You want to come back up to the apartment? I'm like, nah, I'm good. You got my headshot, my resume, and I'm good. If I can handle that or not. I can kill that, but I don't need to come up to your apartment. We already had the audition. There's other people that I want to say everything, and my brother was like, nah, not yet. I want to tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. I want to speak on it. And the good news is that they don't even have to believe me. Hopefully they would, but even if they don't, they can hear this person. Since sexual harassment started, I've carried many recorder devices on me, keychains, pens, thumb drives with a charged battery that get 6, 7, 8 hours, all the above. So I have the conversations. I really want to air that shit out because it bothers me when I'm alone at night. Like, man, the world is celebrating this person and they don't even know the shady and predatory way in which this person moves, and the way that, predators resent the prey that gets away. So when you don't say yes, when you don't say, okay, I'll acquiesce and, sign up and literally and figuratively play ball, because we're not doing that, they resent you. This is a conversation we're going to have, and we're going to have soon, because it bothers me in my spirit that I can forgive people. That's one thing. But yeah, P, we don't play ball. That's my brother in there. And he knows the real deal. He knows the who. I'm good. Somebody said, you don't look okay. I'm okay. I have peace. I'm literally strategically planning my next 8 moves. I'm good. God got me, because he was watching when I was offered these opportunities and I didn't say yes. I didn't sell my soul or my ass. Excuse my French, y'all. I know some of y'all, hopefully y'all have no kids around, but I didn't sell nothing for success. It's like, nah, that's not what I want. I ain't into that. I ain't into dudes. I got an only beard in the bed policy. Mine is the only beard in the bed. Yeah, we ain't doing none of that. I don't get out like that. And these people kept on for years. Sexual harassment is a crime. Attempted sexual assault is a felony. And where I'm at now is that in the middle of the night, I think about if I'm brave enough to name the person. I'll take a polygraph live. I'll take 5 polygraphs live. And I'll pass all of them because it's the truth. This person is a predator, and he's one of several. And it's a shame, man. But I think it's time. I want to, and I know, P, I know you're on here. I want to say everything now. And I have proof. It's not like I'm just making false accusations. I intentionally let the statute of limitations expire. It's not about money, but I'm gonna have to take the receipts, the recordings down to the police department and let them hear this individual. I wasn't working for him in the month and the year that he showed up to my apartment and offered me $100 grand to take my clothes off. He said, I don't even need to touch you. I just want to see you naked. I declined. Because again, scenic route. I got my integrity with me. I'll take the long way around. But being that I wasn't working with him and we were in my apartment, he had visited my apartment to offer me a job of this fall because the lead of this particular project was going to do something else, so he needed another lead. I recorded it because I didn't trust him, and I had told him over and over, and he still always tried shit. Just tried shit. So if people don't believe me, they can hear him in his voice. I have always kept something on me. Always. Even if my phone is off. Something else is, if I'm around somebody that has tried to sexually harass me, pressure me, intimidate me into some nonsense, I've always kept something on me so I could protect myself, because if they're that.
Okay, so that's a long situation, but even back then, people was trying to, they was throwing names around, but he started, it seems like to me, when I started remembering seeing him, he started in like Tyler Perry's plays and all of that. So I just remember seeing him in Perry's shows and his plays. So yeah. Um yeah, you know, the ones that he, if you notice, all of the men that he's had, you know, they all are kind of similar. They're very handsome, you know, but he definitely has a type. Because I'm gonna tell you something, the only reason why I looked at Meet the Browns is because I wanted to look at Rick Fox. Okay, Rick Fox got a smile to, oh, that'll melt any woman's heart. Rick Fox and Chris Webber. I used to love to see them smile. Ken says yeah. So what y'all think? Oh, Vanessa, how Vanessa keep getting knocked down? She backstage. Vanessa, who keep knocking you down? Is
No,
somebody
no,
calling?
no. I didn't knock myself down that time.
Okay, somebody knocking you down. So what y'all think about that, Vanessa?
Like I said, I've been to Tyler Perry gay. I know probably been hitting on folks. That's
Why
why he
don't
ain't
he
got
just
no.
come on out? He could come out the closet. He pay these women, and in which, you know, I ain't saying nothing about that, because he just, all you have to do is, you know, he put you on his arm, and because he having kids and stuff, but he ain't touching these women. I think they're surrogates. He paid the women to be his beard, and he likes men. Why don't he just live his life?
Because he can't in Hollywood.
Why not? Everybody else is in Hollywood is out.
That some of them can't.
See, he was homeless for a long time. He earned that out. Might as well tell her that you gay.
Mm-hmm.
Certain people in Hollywood, they can't.
But and then you have to understand too, Tyler Perry's claim to fame was a lot of the Black Christian community supporting him. But I mean, we see, you know, we see how that's going. So he may as well come out with the rest of them.
As long as he in Hollywood, he won't. But if he loses $260 million lawsuit, they gonna break him down and really he getting too far up the ladder.
And I think what's going to happen is what's going to end up happening is he's probably going to settle with him. They're saying, you know, I was looking at Tasha K, and what she said made a lot of sense. The guy who worked for him, the event planner, he recommended that Tyler Perry started getting those guys. I guess he would have them as models and stuff too. So he was recommending a lot of actors to Tyler Perry. Like Tasha K said, maybe the event planner tired of being his event planner, and now he's in on it also with some of these dudes that, you know, the event planner is openly gay. And, you know, a lot of people in the gay community, because I remember this one guy, you know, he talked about Tyler Perry. Then he, you know, he came with his face all knotted up, and he tried to, and had a cast or something wrapped around his damn chin. And so he tried to say that Tyler Perry and them didn't beat him up, but he says that the gay community did not like what Tyler Perry was doing. He's got this big platform, and this is his opportunity to represent for the gay community, and he's hiding in the closet. And so the gay community did not appreciate that. He's on a platform where he could definitely represent and help the gay community, yet he's hiding because everybody, this guy said this a long time ago, everybody in the gay community knew that he was gay.
If you know, I just said that you could tell by his mother. You could tell because when he acted mother, he wasn't much different when when he was out himself as Tyler Perry. It seemed like you could still tell the mother in him. He been gay.
Snoozy Cake says this dude that did a freak off with Diddy said he seen Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill kissing. That's why I asked if they paying these women to have the And let me tell you something. Back then we didn't know that. We were seeing Johnny Gill, and remember when Johnny Gill and Eddie Murphy was at all these events together, and we thought, dog, that's mismatch, a comedian and a singer, and they're best friends like that. We didn't know about that stuff then. The internet went out, and all of that. And now we think about it, yeah, they was on dates.
Sad to say, but you're right.
They said if he settled, the feds is coming. Y'all remember that when Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill was going to all those events together?
Yeah, and Nicole caught him in the back house.
Who?
Nicole Murphy.
Nicole Murphy.
Yeah.
His ex-wife. So that's what happened?
Mm-hmm. Because she got the date Michael Strahan behind the year. She caught it and Johnny together.
Ooh. I ain't like neither one of them, so I couldn't tell you.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. And Nicole went filed for divorce behind that.
Yeah, this is when they was hanging together. You can't hardly find no pictures, but they was
Right.
hanging together a lot.
Right.
Look, back then, look.
Yeah, and Nicole called him in the back house and she went filed for divorce quick.
And she should.
This blog was put up 11/10/2005, 20 years ago. Says the blog is buzzing. See, people weren't really reading blogs back then. The blog world is buzzing about Eddie and Johnny. We've all heard the rumors, but now, although unconfirmed, the paparazzi caught these two lovebirds leaving a gay club. Hollywood Buzz has decided to let the pictures speak for themselves. Trust us, this is not easy for us to do. Instead of us doing all of the talking, we want to hear from you. So supposedly that they're leaving a gay club right here. This was in 2005. This was 20 years ago. They said Georgia about to lose half of. Here's the thing. Tyler Perry just needs to live his truth. If he want to be a whorish gay man, he needs to go on to be a whorish gay man and stop being a predator.
They ain't gonna do that in Hollywood. It sounds easy. If it was that easy, Eddie Murphy would have came out. He wouldn't. When you get a certain stash in Hollywood, sitting on them casting couches and shit.
Look, they saying Arsenio Hall was like that. Remember, Arsenio Hall just popped up out of nowhere.
You know Arsenio Hall was gay.
I didn't know that.
Baby. Yeah, he was gay.
I remember he popped up in Coming to America, and he was running with Eddie Murphy.
Damn, now you don't have no Sean Fade like that unless you gay. walk around looking like a damn fool.
They said, do y'all think Kane and Jamie Foxx really loves? Who is Kane?
I think they talking about Tyron Turner. They played the Menace to Society.
Tyron Turner.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Are y'all, you sure? Oh my
Well,
God. I had a crush on him
know,
in Menace to Society. Please, Lord, don't be talking about him.
Suge, and Reggie been outing him out and being gay. He's the one with Danny Boy, Jamie Foxx, all of them.
Wait a minute, who? Kane?
Yes, Tyra Turner, he's the one with Jamie Foxx and Danny Boy, all of them.
Oh God, please,
Well,
Lord.
Danny Boy over again.
Yeah, I know. His lip hangs too. His bottom
Hey
lip.
man, hey man,
Now,
if you
now
I
his
gotta,
lip line.
I gotta go look at my lip next. I'm gonna took them motherfuckers all year.
Wait a minute, y'all. Oh God, y'all. Wait a minute. They probably ain't talk.
Tyron Turner played Kane in Menace Society. Yeah, he's the one with Danny Boy and Jamie Foxx, all of them. All of them. If he lived with Jamie,
Uh.
if he lived with Jamie Foxx, he probably went that way.
Oh Lord. Oh God. Now I'm look at his lip, y'all, and his eyebrows drawn on. But he ain't really been in that much other stuff.
I know it, cause he
Danny Boy exposed Tyron Turner.
I believe so. Yeah, yeah, he did on Art of Dialogue. He got mad. Sure came out of them niggas. Reggie been out now. All them niggas. Shout out to Reggie, but Reggie been out now. Them niggas. He just out. He just outed Sure.
Mm.
It's going that way. That's why Suge look like he went from 350 pounds
Who
to
outed
50 pounds.
Suge?
Reggie.
What Reggie say?
Cause it's Suge Knight's son had said something about Reg on one platform, and Reg came back and clapped at him, and then said, "I who your dad is sleeping with," and so that when he put the picture up of Suge. And this is the reason why he lost all this weight. It was a whole lot of stuff they were going back saying. Yeah. And, Red be out niggas, man. Hey, Reggie. Reggie be in it all. You scoop on all them niggas, man.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why Pimp C ain't heard no more. He was out them niggas. Talking about who getting caught in the rainbow with them boys.
Mm.
Mm. Lord have mercy. I never heard that about. Y'all sure? What an interview were they saying that about Tyron Turner? Because I just have to see it to believe it.
You gotta find, it's on all the dialogue.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Here it is right here. Lord Jesus.
It's on one of them drops on all the dialogue. I forgot
Wait a
her name.
minute. Let's see. Lord have mercy. Because it said he had cleared it up. It says Menace to Society actor Tyron Turner clears up rumored gay relationship with Jamie Foxx. Menace to Society Tyron Turner has denied ever being in a gay relationship with Jamie Foxx. The accusations first came through Suge Knight's X, formerly Twitter account, in a post referring to Turner as Fox's ex. Sitting down with the Art of Dialogue, Turner addressed the rumors and said they had no substance. I heard earlier that his Twitter was hacked. If Suge wanted to talk to me, he know how to contact me, he said. Me and Jamie have been like brothers, best friends for years. Most people don't understand we do a lot of business together, so you might seen us a lot around, probably at the house coming up with ideas and stuff like that. Oh Lord.
Yo, yeah, idea.
Wait a minute.
Suge Knight, a few months ago, he posted a video of you on his verified Twitter, and he had a wild caption with it, man. He said that she was Jamie Foxx's ex. How you feel about him saying that, man?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, first of all, I don't know. I don't think me and Suge have. I thought we squashed it, whatever that was. So I'm thinking that's what it is. So, and then I heard earlier, that his
Y'all, he get down like that, y'all. I could tell he gets down like that. I could
Well,
tell.
his thing was hacked or whatever. His Twitter was hacked. So I give it. If Suge wanted to talk to me, he know how to contact me. He contacted me the last time we had
And
an
he looked
issue, an
like he been on
altercation.
that
So
stuff
he
too.
figured out how to get to me. So I'm sure he would. I'm sure there's some kind of jail phone in there that kind of could reach to me. But yeah, he said something like that. So me and Jamie have been like, brothers and best friends for like years. So what people don't understand is that we do a lot of business together. So you may have seen us a lot around. We probably at the house coming up with ideas and stuff like that. Actually, we got a television show called Alert. You know what I mean? That we created. You know what I mean? That actually will be airing March 5th on Tuesday. So you know how it go when you.
Yeah, y'all. The Kane that I was in love with, I think, because he don't look like he got no money. So he done let them.
Take him all the way down through there.
Yeah, he done let them.
Jamie Foxx been to the Diddy party, so we been knew he was gay.
Yeah, shout out to James.
Mm.
Well, it take Reggie to talk about that nigga though. Reggie played that nigga.
He got up here on BET and talked about how he had that stroke. You know why you had that stroke? Cause you ain't done right in life.
They said that had something to do with Diddy. Wonder if and he was scared of Diddy.
Who Jamie Foxx was?
Mm-hmm.
I can believe.
Suge Knight just did an interview just the other day, but he was talking about Dre. He was talking about Dre was the queen. Jimmy. I mean, did y'all see that interview? Suge talked about him, how low down Dr. Dre was, and all that. How he didn't want to sign certain people, Snoop or Warren G.
Yeah,
Him and Dr. Dre both was stealing their artist money, so he can't talk. Both of them was shady as hell.
Dr. Dre never got over Suge having a baby by Michelle. He never got over that.
Here it is right here, y'all. Y'all listen to this. Listen to Suge Knight.
Parmesan stuffed crust? Sign in or sign up for Domino's Rewards to get one for 50% off. Is your child struggling with a gaming addiction? Major companies behind games like
Venice showing her tattoo.
Yeah, baby, I got my tattoo out today, Cypress.
High school.
Oh yeah, the butterflies is out.
I'm going to the rocking chair just like this, Crease.
I say one of the best artists in the world, one of them, was Domino.
Now watch what Suge Knight say.
I seen the talent in him. I seen the hunger in him. And I think Domino...
He just did this interview.
If he would have been on Def Jam, he probably would have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame already. He was that good. So shout goes out to Domino. I started being over there in Long Beach because I had a lot of really good friends that played football.
You see my outfit laying on the bed? It's laying on the bed.
Kirk Jones. Rest in peace, Kirk Jones. Probably one of the best running backs pretty much ever played in high school. He turned out every school in the world to go to UNLV. But the reason, you can see why, shit. They got his father a house, his parents a house, and a job and everything else. He was that good. A lot of the guys. So when it came to dealing with Warren G, I had named my idea, my concept, I had to go get Andre off of Ruthless, the DOC off of Ruthless, the Chalet off of Ruthless, and create Death Row. One wasn't a rapper, one was a producer, and one was the guy who brung Snoopy, as they call him. Snoop Dogg came because Snoopy was hanging with the homies. This motherfucker have on burgundy tops with burgundy chucks, shooting dice with the homies, talking about his point is Bix. I was like, I gotta holler at you. You from Long Beach. Ain't no Power Rules in Long Beach. Ain't no Bloods in Long Beach. At least they weren't at that time. You gotta pick one. You gotta be from 19th Street, 20s, or Insane. Unfortunately, Snoop was from each one of those gangs. So that's how he started calling himself Snoop Dogg. Because back in those times, they used to call Crips Low, and the homies was called Dogs. So when Warren, you got to give Warren credit. It's like you got to give Corrupt credit. Snoop and Corrupt was battling all the time, and Snoop would kill everybody off. And they never say Corrupt won. They didn't say he didn't lose either. So I know Corrupt had to have been that good. So when everybody started being around the studio, Warren wasn't the first guy that everybody was picking to put on the song. Andre is his brother. If your own brother don't put you on the song, or don't put you on the chronic, why should I move? Not saying he didn't deserve to be on there. I think he deserved that because Warren would take up for Andre. Shit. They got in some shit. A dude said something to Andre. Warren tried to say something. Warren take off running, the motherfucker busts on Andre. So I don't have nothing personal against Warren. I just didn't like the fact when I was in prison last time, all of a sudden Warren had something to say bad and negative about Death Row. I thought that Warren was bigger than Russell Simmons and Def Jam because Def Jam never been a black company. Def Jam was owned by Rick Rubin, and they brung the token nigga, Russell Simmons, on to make it black. Then Leroy Cohen started running Def Jam, and they kept Russell Simmons, the token nigga, to make it black. So I didn't really have respect because it wasn't really black. Because they was always telling what their slave master told them what to do. But when Warren say things is not true, I ain't never met Warren relative or nothing like that to get into it. And I don't gotta tell the truth to embarrass Warren. He know what's up, I know what's up. But Warren's a father. And I like to see him have a great legacy for his sons or daughters or whatever he have and grandkids. It'd be good to see Warren continue to do well. Don't wish bad on him. Shit. I actually should thank Warren. If it weren't for Warren telling the truth about the fight, about Snoop had the walkie-talkie, and I heard play from play, pow, 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 as he say, with all the gunshots and everything else. Warren and G put periods after a lot of question marks I had because a lot of people who deal with Snoopy, as they call him, definitely was involved with the downfall and part of the assassination of Pac and attempted murder on me. We don't need nobody to have to be in prison, but we do got to sit down in a room one day and have this conversation. It's well overdue. Come one, come all. I'm going to come by myself. But for his Warren, Nah, I don't look for no badness towards Warren. I know Corrupt wrote a lot of songs.
Who does he say was involved in the assassination of Pop?
I knew a lot of people did a lot of songs on your album. I know that Regulated was done on the soundtrack I was doing, and I allowed you guys to use it on your album. But at the same time,
Hi, I'm Marissa Peer, and over the past 3 decades, I have helped hundreds of thousands of people overcome the...
Let's grow from this. I don't gotta talk greasy about Warren. Warren shouldn't have to talk greasy about me. Let's not make up lies and tales. Warren, I'm in prison right now. You don't have to battle and fight with me. We can't meet up. Not saying we need to, or I gotta be negative. But don't speak on a man and say something once that you can't say twice in his face. You don't gotta answer that question now, but if it's a thing that you really gotta speak on me, I'm in prison. If I come home tomorrow, or whenever I come home, I'm coming home. God gonna make sure that we can sit in the room. I can smoke my cigar, you can smoke whatever you smoking. And we can have a conversation to help other Black men and Black women become more successful. They need our help. Or, shouldn't be an or. Because if it's an or involved, it's a loss for you. I know who I am. Let's just move it in a good, positive way.
Suge talk like he be sleeping in jail all the time.
You said Snoop was writing for Warren G?
Yes, Snoop wrote for Warren G. Corrupt wrote songs for Warren G. On that album, what you guys don't understand, that's stealing. My publishing company was Suge's publishing. So therefore, I did publishing deals with the guys who did the writing. And I did a publishing deal better with my artists than anyone else. Everybody else was buying their publishing from them. They wouldn't get shit. I did publishing deals where we all made money together. So if Warren sold 1 million songs, 1 million CDs, 1 million cassettes, and I got publishing on there, it's supposed to be big checks. Instead of those checks went to me, it went to Warren, because even though Snoopy wrote songs, Corrupt wrote songs, Warren said he wrote them. So it was a lie. So if anybody got a reason to be mad, it should be me. But it's not a debate. As men, if you owe somebody, you know you're wrong. If you don't have the money to pay a motherfucker, to be like, you know what? You're right. I should have did it. I didn't. But it's my bad. And that's good enough for me. That's all.
Tell me about that situation where Warren G told somebody not to sign a contract with Death Row until a lawyer seen it, and you found out and grabbed him.
That never happened. Never happened. I never gave Warren a contract. I didn't even know Warren was rapping or anything else. I knew Warren from being Andre's brother and the guy who hangs with Snoopy. That's it. Only time me and Warren ever says one definitely want to tell the truth. Let's tell the real truth. When I had Dick Griffey Studio that I was paying Dick, called Galaxy Studio, that was my office. I built an office in there with a desk, bathroom, couch, hire receptionist. When they called that number, that person said Death Row Records. So, if Warren will be on the business line, that means she can't answer the phone. If people can't answer the phone, I can't do business. So I told Warren, like I tell anyone else.
He said, look, Trinity Team.
This is a business line. This is my office.
Hold on for a second, Trinity Team. Give me a minute.
Answer this phone. Because at the time, they wouldn't even call it Sony. It was called Epic. Dave Glue, who ran Epic, will call Suge Knight. Brian Turner, who ran Party, will call Suge Knight. and so on and so on. I was a businessman, a real businessman, that I didn't talk to the A&R motherfuckers. I'm talking to the president and CEOs. So therefore,
and all of the fans,
that's not a good look for anybody answering the business line and don't know what to say.
Me. My family has suffered.
So when I talked to him about it, I talked to him in a professional way. So he chose to wait to be in the studio in front of Andre and felt that he gonna do it because Andre is his brother.
Hold on for a second. Trinity Team, if you've noticed, of course, yes, I've done a lot of shows on C Murder and me. Yeah. And I'm glad that you did come in here. As I've always said, I said that your brother was the victim. Your brother was the victim, but I was able to pull up video. We do know about the corruption. You live in New Orleans. The corruption that is in New Orleans, things that were not adding up. But I mean, we can have, if you want to, we can have opportunity to talk. Because now I've never said that your family was not the victim. I never said that. What I've said from the very start, Trinity Team, is that I don't think that it is right to have a man in jail for a crime that he didn't commit simply because he didn't say who it was that committed the crime. That's what I've said. And also, I mean, there were people, witnesses that recanted their statement. And yes, I forgive him. And yes, I'm a man of God, but I still a man nonetheless. And a man will always speak up for his family. Feel free to research court documents. Can you send, do you have them? Send them to me. I tell you what, Trinity Team, if you don't mind, because by profession, I'm a private investigator. So you send me what you have, or I can research the documents. I mean, it's easy for me to pull up documents, and let me do some researching, because like I said, I had the opportunity to see where you know, I've listened to you and your story also. The only thing I'm saying, Trinity Team, is that there was definitely reasonable doubt. And I'm sure you know that. There were people that recanted their statements and said, there was people that recanted their statements and said that they were coerced. We can't overlook nor override that. We can't overlook or override that. I've looked at where you've said before, you know, that, you know, now you're doing good things for the community. You've lived in New Orleans forever. We can, and those parish, you know how those parishes operate. We cannot omit that there was definitely reasonable doubt and that people have recanted their statements. I always said that Stephen Thomas was the victim. He is the victim. I'm not trying to override that, but what I'm trying to say is I don't think a man should be in jail simply because he was there and did not say anything. And even if we feel like that he should pay some type of retribution, he's been in jail for over 20 years. That's all I'm saying.
Just because he wasn't telling.
That's all I'm saying, love. I was not trying to attack you nor your family, but I would love to look at some stuff. That's my profession. That's what I do.
And these mosquitoes bad.
Yeah, they bad. They in my house. I'm spraying stuff every time nothing loves me. And see, I wear a lot of sweet perfume and lotions and stuff. Mm-hmm. Somebody put my email in the one of my moderators, and I'm not mad. I like that you are fair. I just wanted to say my piece so you can hear it from me. But dude changes his story because he was trying to get in the music industry, the bouncer. But it was more than one, though, Trinity Team. It was more than one. It was more than one that says that they were coerced. My moderators, put my email in the chat. realtalkwithtamara@gmail. Put my email in the chat so that you and I can talk.
No, ma'am, I can't get ate up, baby, before I go.
Yeah, these mosquitoes, they be wearing me out. Like I used to always say, don't nothing love me more than a mosquito.
Mosquito. So better know.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming into my chat. Oh, he's on my alternate page. Come to my Trinity Team. You might be on my Real Talk with Tamara too, but I also have another. My main page is Real Talk with Tamara. So you're on a, but I don't. So you probably can't see my email address that they're putting in the chat. But if you come to my main page, and I'm streaming from 2 pages right now. Real Talk with Tamara 2 and Real Talk with Tamara. If you come to my main page, you'll be able to see let's see, because he might be the only person. Yeah, it's 6 people on my backup page. So he's probably on my backup page. If you come to my main page, you'll be able to see. Okay, you put it in my second page also. Thank you, ZK. I'm going to put my baby to sleep and then send you what I have. Thank you for listening, for real. All love and respect. Thank you for coming into the chat. And I appreciate you coming in with respect. I do. I really do. That means a whole lot to me that you didn't come in and was disrespectful. And I've always said that, your family and your brother, Stephen Thomas, was definitely the victim, in this situation. But I've also said that there was definitely reasonable doubt too. But we'll get the opportunity as it relates to C Murder, and I'm not fanned out as it relates to C Murder, anything like that. It's just that, But we'll get the opportunity. Send me. You put my email was put into the chat. Go ahead and put your baby to sleep, and then we'll have the opportunity to try to work this thing out. Okay. Thank you for being respectful. I appreciate that so much.
Andre is my partner. He wasn't my partner because I need him as a partner. I was showing Andre, I'm not going to easy E him. I'm not going to have him do all the work and treat him like a bitch. And just let him do all the work, no ownership, no real money, and gets nothing. So I said, fuck all that. I'm going to make you a partner with me in Death Row Records. And I was doing the same thing with Doc, the DOC, because I had all the love in the world for Doc. So therefore, when that was the case, when Warren decided,
welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless hack. It's one
to put his big boy pants on, a big boy drawers on, in front of his brother Andre, and be disrespectful and grab that phone, that's when it took place. He know what happened. I know what happened. Everybody in the room know what happened. Don't use this business line. I told you that. Just because Andre here and he your brother, that don't mean shit. You're not gonna fuck up the business. Now, he didn't get stumped out. He didn't get packed out. What happened was, he know what happened between him and I. And I stopped getting on him because he told me the magic words. Out of respect, he said, blood, blood, I'm sorry, blood. Everybody was shocked he was saying blood because Warren lives in Long Beach. It's not here to put Warren down. The truth is the truth. Matter of fact, if I could take that back, that might be one I could take back, because we should have signed Warren G on Death Row Records. We should have kept Warren G.
I thought Warren G was signed to Death Row.
Your brother didn't want to sign you, but I would have. So don't be mad at me. That's your motherfucking brother, nigga. But Life goes on in a more positive way. Warren, I'm not here to swipe lines with you, argue with you, or have to say anything negative about you. But when y'all lie, that brings the truth. Let's enjoy life. That's simple. If I can't do nothing else, I know to be with the bullshit. Because we all got shit to say. But Tupac passed away. Don't talk bad about Pac. He's dead. But he lives through us who loves it. I'm in prison. Don't challenge me. I'm in prison. And for people who want to challenge me that bad, certain ones get pulled over like you always do. You know you got your gun on you. You know the police always let you go because you got an agreement. Just drive real fast, let the police pull you over, get a ticket, tell me you got your gun. Don't bail out. Sit in the county jail.
Hey, Stangy.
I'm quite sure I can come down for child custody or something. And we can holler, have a conversation. If we're not doing that, leave it alone. Don't talk about us. Don't talk about you. We don't need that. On a positive note, yay. Still my nephew. Congratulations. You did it. That boy that got drafted, I think it's Carolina Panthers or whatever. The world is yours. Cigars is yours. Shout out to you. But that's it on the Warren shit, you know?
Right. I got you. But I gotta ask you, why did Dre want to sign him?
Shit. Andre didn't really want to sign nobody. That's not what he do. When Snoopy first came,
You talking about Snoop Dogg?
Remember,
they call him Snoopy.
Andre thought he was garbage. The DLC thought he was garbage. They thought Snoop was garbage because how he rapped. See, NWA, from Ice Cube to the DLC to those guys, they rap loud. If you listen to old Cube, a bitch is a bitch, you know, whatever. Fuck the police is loud. You know? The DLC, 1 to the 2, was loud as a motherfucker. Doc had a gift that he can rap loud in the room and get everybody's attention. So all of a sudden, these guys is selling albums, cassettes, and CDs off being the loudest motherfucker on a motherfucking mic. Snoop coming that motherfucker, got a haircut like Special Ed, high top fade, talking and rapping like Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? Like he whispering. So therefore, they didn't like him. We had to turn his vocals up because he raps so low, so soft-spoken. You know, Snoop's a good dude, a real sensitive guy, you know. If you really want to know Snoop, I can say this. He's a good guy, the real Snoop. Real sensitive, enjoy his hair, wear fingernail polish sometimes, you know. Good guy. I don't know the new guy, but he's a real sensitive guy. So they didn't want to sign him. I did. I don't want to got him on his deal with Bill Haney. Nobody but me. If it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be no Snoop. Before I got him free from getting the murder case. You can't name no one that Andre signed. He didn't sign Eminem because Eminem was signed to these 2 white guys. Then they did a deal with Interscope. They sued Jimmy because they said Jimmy Iovine fucked them, took Eminem. Jimmy couldn't put out a white rapper. He needed a black guy to give him his credibility, so he put it with Andre. Aftermath was fake. Wasn't real. So Andre didn't sign 50 cents. Eminem brought him 50 cents. And 50 Cent did G on it and everybody else. They signed Game. Andre didn't have nothing to do with Game, but they're going to look out for Andre, if you know what I mean, because Andre is the queen. That's the hen. And every rooster in the scope and pecked on him. So they gave him all those artists. Just like I said, he didn't sign Game. Shit, he didn't sign Kendrick. Andre name on Kendrick Lamar got paid off of it. The only person Andre really got that didn't do nothing with, the girl from what's the bitch name? In Vogue.
He's so disrespectful.
Then, he had his sex to it. Busta Rhymes. He did all those songs on Busta Rhymes. I don't think the only thing got busted open is Busta. Because I never heard the album. But everyone else he just put his name on it, so he wasn't signing an artist. Think about it. Name me one real artist he did on his own. Never gonna happen. Too late for that. So I didn't drop the ball on Warren G. He needs to take that up with his brother. Shit. If he really cared about his brother, how many songs did Warren G produce for Eminem or 50 or Andre? Or how many songs was he on? How many songs has he did with any of those projects that he was rapping on? Shit. If I was doing them and Warren wanted to be on, if that was my brother, I'd make sure he own everything. The more songs he own, the more money he make. So his own brother felt it, not I. Shit, maybe even Snoopy felt it, not I. Who knows? But not I.
If you're a man, then you've probably heard multiple versions of the following sayings throughout your entire.
Do you all believe Suge Knight? He might be telling some truth.
But he forget to talk about his part he played in it. He played a big part in all of it.
Vanessa, McNamee spoke to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I ain't even looking at the check. What's up, McMayonnaise? And it was somebody else I was meaning to.
Do you think that Suge is telling the truth? Stan G said he told us. Stan G, do you think that Suge is telling the truth? Stan G probably already gone out of the chat. They said everybody knew he was dogging Tupac. Warren G wasn't that good. He was all right for his one album, one hit. Snoop definitely had like a distinctive sound. Snoop did.
ZK, that's all I'm saying. He telling it, but he ain't telling the part he played in that shit, because he played a big part in it. He was snaking everybody, his own artists, the next artists, and everybody else. He was uncut raw. That's why he in jail doing time, and Cypress got the nerve to think that God ain't going. God gonna roll too.
God gonna roll, Vanessa.
He gonna roll.
God gonna roll. Everybody already knew when they did that to Dolph that Gotti and them was involved. People on the internet, I don't know if they was doing it like for money, trying to act like, they was trying to figure out what was going on. People in Memphis knew what was going on.
Yeah, and it's sad that the streets knew before the police, and they doing all this detective work. Some of them need to be fired. They need to hire me.
Yeah, everybody in the streets of Memphis already knew what happened when Dolph was killed. They knew exactly where it came from. And then those little dudes, the straight drops and them little friends and stuff they were so happy to be in, to know what was going on. They was, all talking about it.
See, this is the thing that they don't get. People do that shit for ranking, for that little bit ass money, for the little ranks that they think they gonna get. You don't get no props for no shit like that. Times and change, baby. You don't get no ranking points for that.
No, you don't. Because I believe some of what Suge is saying But Truth saying, but throwback, TBH, what's that, throwback? They all had some dirt on their hands. The white man won't let them in the game unless they can control them and the dirt on their hands. Ace says, I think Suge's word is credible. A lot of people just always overlook what, yeah, they always overlook what he said because he said something that came out to be true.
They
I
they
think he
overlook
told the
what they
story.
overlook what they overlook what he be saying because half of the time he telling bits and pieces of it, but he ain't telling it all. He ain't telling what led up to it, how it got started, because a lot of this shit started with him.
Yeah, he did instigate a lot of stuff. He did. But he says that Dre wanted told him he wanted supposedly he wanted Easy E dead.
I want to know who killed my husband, Tupac.
I for some reason I kind of believe Suge Knight was involved in that also.
Him and Diddy.
Hmm. They were the two that stood to gain the most when both of
Exactly.
their top artists were killed.
They go back to saying how they be getting insurance on them and everything that they be giving them, that shit still be in the label name. So when they pass, the parents thinking, well, this was my son. No, it wasn't, baby. It was the label. The label still got ties to that. So when something happened to your child or something happened to your son, daughter, all that shit goes back to the label.
So Miss T, why do y'all think Dr. Dre young baby son died? That was a sacrifice. I don't know. I remember when one of his they say Dre got a lot of kids. And they say he's got a lot of kids.
You know Dr. Dre is in Illuminati too. It probably was a sacrifice.
Hmm.
You know he had got bummed out for a minute. He was going downhill. It probably was a sacrifice. He was doing that booger sugar, got lost in the sauce.
Hmm. I tell you, Orlando Anderson. So, do you all think that Orlando Anderson was the one that killed Tupac? Hmm. Anyways, you guys, I'm getting ready. They said Tupac put them hands and feet on bruh and broke his spirit, possibly. Yeah, that definitely broke his spirit. That's why I'm almost like similar to like the maybe the King Von situation. King Von just wasn't as big of a star as Tupac. Tupac definitely had a bright future. Tupac, I don't think was anything like King Von though. King Von, they consider him a serial K, because of all the murders and stuff that he was doing, which was so unfortunate. Vanessa, what time y'all going to the club?
We leaving about 9:30.
Okay. Well, y'all, I'm getting ready to get out here. I made me a good old lasagna. I made a little small pan of it, though. I didn't make
What
no
a,
big.
a veggie junk?
No, I used turkey meat. I used turkey
Okay.
meat, and it's funny you said veggie because I did use vegan cheese.
Okay.
I made it. I put a little bit of sugar in my sauce. I
Yeah,
put
I put a little bit of mine too.
I put a little bit of sugar, and this time I put um the pepper, not black pepper,
Okay.
but the crushed pepper. So
Have
it's
you had it with the Philadelphia cream cheese?
I haven't. Is it good?
Oh, when I tell
That'll
you
help to
something
sweeten
so
it
fire.
too.
Yeah, Philadelphia cream cheese is so fire on your lasagna.
So do you put in the meat or do you put it on the noodle?
No, actually, I freezes mines and I got a meat slicer, so I slice mines in little slices and put it on there like cheese and just
Hmm.
let it when I bake it in the oven, it cooks on top of that meat. It be so fine.
I bet it do because that'll take care of the sweet. The like
Mm-hmm.
because cream cheese has a little bit of sweetness to it.
Sweetness to it, yeah.
Hmm.
Cause I used to use cottage cheese, but I seen somebody make it with Philadelphia cream cheese, and I
Hmm.
started doing it with mine. And I tell you, it's fine. And I like to use what's that cheese? That Gouda cheese. I
Oh,
use
I
Gouda cheese.
love Gouda. And I'm telling you, best
Yeah.
place to get it from, if you can ever find it in like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or Ross's, they have
Yeah.
that Gouda cheese be off of the chain because I put it in my macaroni. But of course, for
Hmm.
my macaroni and cheese, I use like 6, 7 different cheeses.
Okay. Yeah. Now I do that on my lasagna, but I love Gouda cheese in my mac and my lasagna. Yeah, I do use it.
Mm, mm. So I'm gonna have to do that.
So good.
Where's Cypress go? So he fell down.
Yeah, he fell down. Um, I would like to tell everybody good night. I'm fit to go on and get dressed for the night and step out. Y'all have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for coming up, the godmother.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, girl, we'll talk.
Okay.
All right. All right, you guys. I appreciate you all tuning in. Shout out to the young man that came into the chat um, to speak about his brother who C Murder was convicted of on Alive. And I have been doing videos on it. And I'm glad he came in. He was respectful. He wanted to speak his piece, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to chat about some things. But anyways, you guys, I really appreciate you all tuning in. Okay, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can hit up the Cash App or the Super Thanks. Okay, I love you guys. It has been a pleasure. Okay, I'll talk with you all later.